Is 7.9 seconds behind race leader Kevin Harvick, and Harvick now is running faster laps than Jeff. Before the last break, it was Jeff that was really flying.
Yeah, now caution you on your fuel mileage deal, driving that lower line, he's having to drive it further into the corner, get back to the gas harder. May not work exactly right.
All right, stay with us. 63 laps remaining at the Carfax 400 here at Michigan International. You're looking at race leader Kevin Harvick. While we were away, some of those cars that are in the middle of the field to the rear of the field have done pit stops. Paul Menard, also the 47, has come in. Marcus Ambrose, but not the race leader right now. AJ Allmendinger has now turned down pit road, and right behind him is Elliott Sadler. Vince, let's send it your way.
AJ Allmendinger in the pits. Allmendinger just says the car hasn't had any rear grip. It will not turn. They've been calling for that to be fixed throughout the course of the afternoon, but they've been working on the chassis. They just haven't been able to come with something that's going to give him the rear grip that he needs to drive it. Track bar adjustment, 4 tires and fuel for the 43.
And a good stop for Elliott Sadler. As you can see, he got out in front of AJ Allmendinger. Other cars that have made the stops, let's say the 48, Dave.
He is on pit road now, slowly coming to me with his comment during that run. However, still feels like he needs to get a little speed. They're going to make a wedge adjustment and see if they can get that car to be a little bit faster for him. He played with the brake fans, adjusting within the cockpit, but it just wasn't fast. He lost a lot of positions. He's losing more now. They again have a slow pit stop, Doc.
And Martin Truex having the same issue, Dave, but loose in the center and loose off the corner. Air pressure adjustment, wedge, 4 tires, trying to get him tightened up.
Greg Biffle has just completed his stop as well, guys, and so has Jamie McMurray. And there is Jeff Gordon in. Doc?
Jeff Gordon, as you heard already a little bit ago, so the car had been running really, really well. So the car starts to get tighter at the end of the run. So it's good early on, but tighter at the end of the run. And again, Tony Stewart in the 99 car here, and Carl Edwards in. Carl said the car is still a tick loose. Major air pressure adjustment trying to get that car to respond to being loose under throttle coming off the corner.
And Kevin Harvick continues out there. Let's go back pit road, Dave.
As soon as Clint Boyer started that last run, he cried loose off, and then it was loose the whole run. They're going to go back to what they call the original air pressure and make a track bar adjustment for Clint. The 18 of Kyle Busch on pit road as well. During that run, he complained about loose off as well. They're going to go back to the right rear air pressure they had before, as well as a wedge adjustment. Vince.
The 31 of Jeff Burton, they just snugged it up a little bit with air pressure, as Burton says he's needed a little bit more to drive off. There's the 29 of Kevin Harvick. It's heading off pit lane as well. And everybody making these green flag stops.
Kevin Harvick coming in and said no changes whatsoever on the car, although Kevin has complained that when they change 4 tires, the splitter on the front of the car hits the track for 3 or 4 laps, and then suddenly he can take off. And early on he said, I can't go anywhere because the splitter is bouncing on the racetrack.
13.9 seconds for the pit stop. Now here comes the battle for the race lead coming around the track. Keep your eye on Greg Biffle as he comes through that pack of cars. That's Jamie McMurray right in front of him. And can Harvick get back up to speed before he gets passed by the 16?
Yeah, I think he's going to keep that lead. Kevin Harvick's crew did a fantastic job too, so he's going to be able to stay out front.
And there is Harvick, as you can see, already into turn 3. I think what hurt Biffle also was he got in that pack of cars.
And Kevin Harvick was the last car on the lead lap to make that green flag stop.
Might see Biffle close in a little bit right here, as we heard Harvick talking about it. Jerry Punch talking about that Harvick has a little bit of trouble on those first 3 or 4 laps till the air pressure gets built up. So this would be Biffle's chance to cut into that lead a little bit. See, he's gone to the bottom of the racetrack right now. Haven't seen him down there much today.
That one car, Jamie McMurray, is a lap down in 24th position. Right now it is Harvick, Biffle, Jeff Gordon. This is a battle between for 15th between Ryan Newman and Joey Logano. Newman on the high side, Logano trying to hold him off. Another battle has the 33 and the 9, Boyer and Kane. That is for 6th on the racetrack on the right side of your screen.
Oh,
whoa, he got so close to the
We
wall
could
there.
just see just how much he pulled the back end of that 9 car around.
From on board with Jeff Burton. While all this is going on, we're hearing word that there may be a problem with the 12 car of Brad Keselowski. See if we can zero in. Someone is reporting that he may have problems with the front splitter. Mike, what's the latest?
Well, they believe it's a brace on the splitter that broke right in the center of the nose, and it's obviously affecting the handling on that race car. Keselowski radioing in saying it just will not turn, guys.
Yeah, it's more than just a brace.
Well, that's what caused all these problems, Marty. That center brace is gone, and it lets that air pressure just push that splitter down and completely wear it out. I mean, it's completely gone in the center, and once that happens, I mean, he's just toast.
Brad led 89 of 125 laps in his win yesterday, and today has turned into another nightmare for him as he is in trouble here, 35th and going backwards fast. On the right side of the screen, that's Jeff Burton as he has gotten around Casey Kane, so put Burton into 7th. His next target would be teammate Clint Boyer.
Boy, the back end of that car is moving.
And not to hit the wall will be his next accomplishment. He did a great job.
Yeah, and the break in momentum has allowed Casey Kane to pull right back up on him and retake the position. You know, you talked about it earlier, the momentum that you have to sustain. And here comes Burton right back.
Yeah, I've talked to Jeff Burton a number of times, and he said you really just have to drive these cars so much on the edge. And sometimes you get a set of tires that's a little bit loose or something. He said, but if you try to tighten it up to make it feel better, they just don't run. And so you have to force yourself to do that.
Jeff's got the inside line again going into 3. Kane carries the momentum on the high side. Coming out of the corner, who's going to have the spot? Whoa! I think it's going to be Casey Kane. And he puts a little bit of distance, has about a 6 or 7 car lengths. So Kevin Harvick by 3.3 seconds is your race leader over Biffle, with Jeff Gordon from 36th up to 3rd here at the Carfax 400. Under our 3rd caution, with Ryan Newman having some contact with Joey Logano, and he has a flat tire, and the 16 at the far end of pit road has already made his stop. There's Kevin Harvick, 2 tires on the right. Same with Jeff Gordon. There is Biffle. And Andy?
Well, I mean, that's a good move right here. Hadn't had very many laps on those lefts. If you're going to do it, here's the time. Looks like everybody did.
Well, Jeff Burton took 0, just topped off for fuel. Now remember, we have 51 laps to go, so nobody can make it all the way unless we have, what, about 10 laps of caution?
Yeah, maybe even more. I don't anticipate that.
That's not the history here. We're double checking on Burton's tire situation. We may have had, he did take 2, we're now being confirmed, so our screen had a malfunction there, so at least that updates that. But also, let's also tell you about Ryan Newman. Remember, he was running 15th at the time. Watch what happens with he and Joey Logano.
Yeah, we'd been talking about their battle even before we went to caution. See Logano get a little bit loose on the inside right here. It's going to get even more loose. As that car goes around to the outside, it kind of sucks the back end around. He gets into Ryan Newman and sends him spinning.
And Ryan Newman didn't hit anything, but he had a lot of damage just from those tires sliding so far. They went flat. He had at least a couple of flat tires. See, not much damage from the contact. But by the time Newman got to pit road, he had torn up quite a bit of stuff, and hopefully he'll be okay once they get the tires on it.
Let's go back on board and just listen in on Joey Logano.
Balance was pretty good. I just couldn't get by him. If I had clean air, I think I would have been fine. Didn't really do much of anything. I don't know which way to go with it.
You were definitely faster than him. You're all right here. Just shake it off. Don't worry about it.
Well, this caution ended an 82-lap green stretch. The 6 of David Reagan will get the lucky dog and get back onto the lead lap. And we're waiting to see how many may have taken the wave around, and we'll get the number of cars. It looks like we may have as many as 10 getting the wave around, which could put as many as 28 back on the lead lap. We'll double check that figure. And while we do that, we'll step aside for a quick break as we're under our 3rd caution here with now 50 laps remaining at Michigan.